What's going on, guys? So I just got off work and I'm about to do another car vlog. I got a recent comment on one of my videos talking about the pre-workout space or the supplement space in general, and they were asking if it was flooded, if too many people were getting into it, why I would start making videos talking about supplement companies and how to start them when I have one myself. Wouldn't I be afraid of competition or anything like that? And the answer is no. So I'm not afraid of competition. I would not be posting this content if I didn't think that I could outperform the competition. So this is what Andy Elliott says. He is the owner of First Form. He says, I give everybody the playbook. I give everybody the details on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. The thing is, nobody actually executes. There's very few people that are actually going to listen to all my videos and actually execute. Some of them may listen and say, oh yeah, this guy's doing pretty good. Some of them may criticize me, some may give advice, they may do this or that. However, they're not going to execute on anything that I have to say. I will say that I have also helped a ton of pre-workout companies, and I've given my advice. I've told them what I thought. I told them what to do, what I was doing to be successful, and many of them fail. They crap out after the first year. I do apologize. I am in my car, as all of you can see. It is raining, so if my voice is muffled at all, you hear a little tapping, that's what it is. But like I was saying, a lot of pre-workout companies or companies that start supplement companies crap out after the first year. Now, this is almost with any company to begin with. Now, most companies will not be around within 5 years after starting. So I'm in year 2. I'm not perfect. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not making a livable income off of it yet. It's still a side hustle. However, I'm still striving. I'm still making forward leaps, and I'm playing the long game. I don't expect to be making a whole lot of money until year 5. Am I going to do everything I can to make a lot of money? You bet your butt I am. But going back to, is the pre-workout market flooded? Do I think too many people are getting in the supplement business? Yes, I think a lot of people are getting into the supplement business because it's very easy and convenient to get into the supplement space now. Now, does this mean that they're all going to be successful? Of course not. Like I said, many of them fail out after the first year, and this is just because they don't know how to market, they don't know exactly what they're doing, and this is why I say so many times to learn, and then buy the stuff and execute your brand and your business. Many people, they will buy a product or a pre-workout, and then they'll come to me and say, Austin, what do you do? How do you make sales? I say, oh, do you listen to this person, or that person? Do you know anything about business? No. They just buy this stuff and hope to sell it. That's not how you do it at all. I also listened to a great podcast by Alex Hormozi the other week, and he was talking about how the business you're in is not the business that you think you're in. And what he means by this is that he was in a supplement business at one point. He was in a coaching business at one point, and the coaching business was more about marketing. The supplement business, he thought that was about having the best product. He got in contact with somebody that he knew, and he said, hey, make me the best product there is out there with whatever for a pre-workout. So this guy went out and he made the best product. But he said it wasn't the product that sold. It was his marketing skills that sold. It was the brand that sold. So this is how a lot of companies go about it. They think that, oh, my product's the best, my product's better than yours, when people don't care about that stuff. For example, look at Rise Supplements. They have an absolute basic or essential pre-workout. It's called C-Bumps Essentials, and there's like 5 ingredients in it. However, it's one of the top selling pre-workouts out there. Why? Because it has C-Bum's name on it. It's all about brand and the marketing. Man, sorry, I'm driving, so a lot of bozos out here. But like I said, it's about brand, it's about marketing. So I feel like this is why a lot of people fail out at first. And then to talk about this a little bit more, a lot of companies, they will start with just their product. They're a product brand or product business. So they're just selling their pre-workout, selling their creatine, whatever the case may be. They don't have a brand behind it. They don't have anything that anyone can get behind. So at Top Fitness, we have our 4 core values, which include humility, service, integrity, as well as faith. So we are a Christian-based brand. People can get behind that. That's kind of going with that. But like I was saying with the product business or the product brand, that's great, but people don't just want a product. They don't want just the icing on the cake. They want the whole dang cake. So therefore, I started giving some of my athletes and people that are with us training programs. I get connected with them. I give them advice. I show them how to grow on social media. I want to give them the whole cake. I want to give them everything that they need to succeed. And many companies that are just starting out don't do this. They just say, hey, buy my product because it's the best product out there. And I think that companies like this that get into the pre-workout space or any business in general that seems to be flooded will fail out. Another great thing or way of showing this to you is look at online coaches right now. Everybody is an online coach. However, there are still pretty successful online coaches out there. Why? Because they found out how they can market and how they can separate themselves from the crowd. One of my favorite books is Blue Ocean. So let's go back to the supplements. The supplement space is taken up, 80% of the supplement space is taken up by Rise, Bucked Up, Raw, these big companies. They're just eating up 80% of the consumers that are buying pre-workout, buying any other supplement. And it's this other 20% that is a red ocean that all the little guys like myself are fighting over. And therefore, I'm going against, I don't know, Cyclops supplements or hemp supplements or whoever. These are just little guys that I work with. And we're just fighting over these little customers. However, you need to find what separates you from the rest. And that goes back to your brand, your core values. What do you stand for? And that's why I think me being who I am and my core values and being a Christian, I brought that into the company. So I am the company's avatar, if you want to say. I am trying to be what I want all my followers to be. I want them to see, wow, Austin, he does a bunch of cool stuff. He runs, he lifts, he's a Christian. He has the life that I want. And that is a part of social media and like marketing is if you're going to be the face of a brand, you want to live the life that your followers want to live. That's for a different topic, but that's part of the brand is I want people to associate themselves with me. I want them to build a relationship with me. And this is why I'm so, this is why I talk so much about telling people to build a relationship online, connect with people, networking. You want to talk to a bunch of people about a bunch of different things, get to know them. So this is another marketing secret that I'm going to share with you. People continue to buy based on the relationship you have with them. They fear that if they would not buy and they'd go somewhere else, that it would ruin the relationship. So they want to continue to buy so they can continue to have that relationship with you. And honestly, this is some advice that my marketing guy gave me, and it just made so much sense. And I was like, wow, I was doing this without even realizing it. I was talking to people and getting to know them, and they continued to buy because of that relationship. Now, do I have a great product? Do they stand behind the brand and our core values? Yes. They wouldn't be athletes if they didn't. They wouldn't be so involved if they didn't believe in the brand. However, I also have a good relationship with these people. I talk to them on a weekly basis, and this is why they continue to buy over and over again. And then kind of going back to the pre-workout market being flooded, I would say that there are 8 to 12 ingredients that are in almost every pre-workout. So it is very hard to set yourself apart. This is one reason that I decided to put a bunch of vasodilators and pump ingredients into my pre-workout. That way people would look at it and say, oh, this thing has 22 ingredients, the scoop size is super large, and it's just so much better than Bucked Up. Which is true, and if you took the two, you could definitely tell the difference that mine is better. However, just showing the people the two labels side by side, they're going to stick with Bucked Up. Why? Because they trust Bucked Up. They know Bucked Up. And they like Bucked Up's brand. They don't know who I am. I'm just some weirdo on the internet that's trying to sell them pre-workout. It's all about building your brand, building your marketing skills, and just getting better every single day. Because ultimately, people care about the movement that they are a part of. Yes, some people do care about price and all that other stuff. However, there is no advantage to being the cheapest in your market. If you're the cheapest in your market, you have the same potential to make sales as being the second most expensive. And that's something that I've learned time and time again. So there are plenty of times when I will do deals, or I'll say, hey, I'm running a flash sale real quick, and people will hop on it. And that's just because they know me, they know the brand, and they trust me, so they're willing to buy it. But if I go out to strangers and I'd say, hey, here's this pre-workout for $10, which is cheaper than what I bought it for, I guarantee that I wouldn't make as many sales. Now, maybe $10, that is super cheap, and like I said, I would be losing money on that. I would make some sales. I'd make a lot of sales probably, but those people are only in it for the cash value. I mean, people look at a deal and they say, heck yeah, I'd buy it. This is why people buy cheap, nasty protein, because I do this, or I used to do this a lot. I didn't care what my protein tasted like. As long as I was getting my protein in, so be it. I'd buy the cheapest stuff because it was cheap. However, I have certain brands that I like now just because I like the flavor, I like the people behind them, and I want to support that company. Now, I hope people look at my company this way. And this is kind of how my thought process was. I looked at companies, how I looked at brands, and what made me think, wow, I really like that brand. And that's what I wanted to do with my brand. And that's kind of why I'm hitting the Christian thing pretty hard. Now, I don't want to use my religion to sell. That's not what I'm about. However, if I can get a mass movement of Christians, Christian men and women who are all into fitness and trying to spread the word of Jesus, and I can connect this all together, you bet your butt I'm going to do that. However, I never say to people, buy because we're a Christian brand. You're a Christian, I'm a Christian, heck, you want to support me? No, never, never, never. However, I will say that I do tell people that I'm a Christian when I'm searching for ambassadors. And this is mainly because I want Christians to rep my brand. I don't want I don't want to know what you want to say, transgender guy wearing a top t-shirt, because I would feel like this is not what my brand represents at all. Nothing against people who are trans, but that's not what my brand represents. That kind of goes back to that kind of reminds me of when people say, we're a veteran-owned company, and they just expect people to buy because they're a veteran-owned company, and if you want to support veterans, you should go ahead and buy this specific product because I'm a veteran, which is great and all, and that's a great thing, but I don't want to play that card. And I mean, I could put that in my bio and say, we're a Christian, we're faith-based, we're patriotic, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I should. Maybe that would help me more. I don't know. I just feel a certain way about it. I like to share my story and share what the brand represents. And if you agree with us, you agree with the products, please buy. However, I'm not going to pull a card out and say, buy because of this. If you guys have any questions at all, please ask me, put in the comments. And like I said, I made this whole video because somebody messaged or commented on one of my other videos talking about the pre-workout space being flooded and how a bunch of people are going to get into it, and it's basically just going to disintegrate, and a bunch of people are going to be fighting over the same customers. And it goes back to the red sea and the blue sea. You need to stand out. And this could be said, or this thought process could be said with any product or business. There have been, I'm going to go with lawn companies, for example, people that mow the grass and do all your gardening and stuff. There have been companies in my area that have been doing fantastic. I thought, there's no way anyone can pop up in this area. And next thing I know, there's a new company who's taken over and doing just as good as the other company was. I'm like, wow, how did that company blow up? But it took courage for that guy to start his own lawn care company instead of saying, well, this guy here has all the business, I'm not going to do it. And that was a risk he had to take. Could he have lost everything? Of course he could have. Like I said, there was a lot of people that I talked to that started the supplement business who invested thousands of dollars and lost it all. And honestly, there are some days when I think I'm in the same boat. I want to quit. I think, Austin, why are you even doing this? You're putting tons of time into it. Tons of time into this business and this brand, and you're barely making anything at all. Because like I said, everything that I make, I put back into the business. And if that was my main motive, I definitely would have quit by now. But I don't focus on the money aspect. I don't focus on how much I'm making, but how much of an impact am I making? I can't tell you how many people have come to me and said, thank you, Austin. I started working out because of you. I came to Christ because of you. I am a better husband because of you. You have motivated me to do XYZ. Thank you, Austin. And I could post on social media and have that same effect, but I think I can build something even bigger if I have the money to support that dream or that influence on people. And that's the reason that I have the business. If I was just posting stuff up on Amazon and hoping to make some money, then I would have failed by now. I would not have been successful at all. And this is why a lot of like Amazon sellers and drop shippers quit after they start, because they have no brand or motive behind it. They just want to make a lot of money. And that should not be what starting a business is about. Your number one priority should be helping people and providing value. If this is your main motive, it doesn't matter what you do, you will be successful as long as you keep that goal in mind. There have been tons of times when I also have thought about money, and like I said, I put a lot of time and effort into the business, day in, day out, week in, week out. I'm getting better at separating like business time and family time, but I still put a lot of hours in, and sometimes I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. That's just how it is. But like I said, my main motive is helping people, and honestly, that's what keeps me going. And if I can bring people to Christ through my business, my page, I'm definitely going to do that, because one soul saved means the world to me, to that person, hopefully that person's family, and honestly, that's what it's all about. So you can start any product or business, but like I said, if you keep that main goal in mind, you're going to be good. Going back to the main focus on this video here, the pre-workout market being flooded. Yes, there are tons of people popping up, like I said, and a lot of them quit because that's their main motive, is to make money. They just want to make a quick buck. And I've seen the crappiest of the crappiest pre-workouts come out just because people want to make that quick buck. They don't care who their customer is. They don't care about you. They just want your money. And if that's your main thought process, you are going to fail. Anyway, I hope this video kind of answered the main question that was being asked. I did go on a little bit of a I don't know, off the script type thing or away from the main subject. Just kind of sharing my opinion, my thoughts. I like taking these little questions here and answering them. And this question wasn't one that I could just pull up my phone and do a quick short or anything to. I actually had to dive deep into it and give you my thoughts and why I do things the way I do. And this is honestly all about the business and sharing where I've been and what I'm doing and just sharing my progress with you guys. Because if you didn't see the struggles, you didn't see my motive behind everything or my thoughts behind everything, then you'd be thinking that I'd be doing it just for money as well. When in reality, I could care less about the money. However, I need the money to stay open. Obviously, I don't want to lose money. That's not my goal. I don't think that's anybody's goal, no matter what you're doing. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. Please leave some comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you guys stayed this long, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Be the 1%.